Hi everyone, I'm Lori from Lori's Country Cottage, and I'm going to take the demo that Lisa did on the Quilt As You Go Placemats, and I'm going to adapt it to a table runner. Works great with jelly rolls or scraps. We also have a couple of kits left to make it just like this. Let me show you how it's done. So let's get started. I chose to put the braid at each end of my table runner using the extra batting between for extra length. Cut your printed placemats out as needed for the size and shape that you want. When you need to piece your pieces of batting, no matter how you do them, you want to layer them just so they overlap. Extend the line from the top and the bottom of the placemat on your batting so that you have a line to follow for the extension between the two braided areas. And then use your rotary cutter and your ruler to just cut through both layers at the same time and just trim minuscule part off enough so that you've got both cuts the same. So that they fit together nicely. Then you want to take it to your machine and use a wide zigzag and a long stitch. The less thread, the better. You want to hold it together. Now, do not attempt to use the iron-on batting tape. I know from experience. There's a reason why Lisa will tell you don't use your iron. Because it will shrink, and you don't want that to happen. Now I chose 12 colors for my braid, and you can choose as many as you want. They are all 2.5-inch strips, so a jelly roll works great. Scraps work great, so use whatever you have or whatever you want. You can choose 12 colors like I did, and then you want to just put them in an order that is pleasing to the eye. Or you can use less colors and maybe just alternate. Pre-cut all of those to the size that it indicates in the pattern for as many placemats as you are making. Now, when I went to quilt mine, I clipped it with my binding clips. I rolled up the edge I wasn't working on and I clipped it with binding clips to hold it, to keep it out of my way. So following the directions that Lisa gives you, make your braids and then add your two side strips. One I had on either side. Now the rest is where the pocket, etc., is from the placemat. So you want to draw the lines every 2 inches, redraw them, starting from the braided edges. So from each braid in every 2 inches until you have a section in the center that is 2 inches or less. Then you want to add your strips, continuing as you added the couple of borders on each side of the braid till you get to the center. Then you want to trim your last strip to the width that the opening is, plus your seam allowance, and about a 1/2 inch to tuck under. Once you've got the one raw edge sewn into your table runner, you fold the other edge under and you can stitch it by machine, top stitch it. Then I top stitch the opposite side of the center strip as well, or you can do it by hand so that it is not noticeable. Then you want to trim it up and bind it. And you are done. Nice, quick, easy project.